Yo, Elliot! So we got a question from our buddy Salem, who lives in Afghanistan. He's having a hard time gaining weight, right? He didn't say muscle mass, mind you, before I go and get into my answer. Weight. So he's been working out for 2 years, has only gained 15 pounds, wants to know what to do. So in my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of other people's opinions, gaining weight is easy. A lot of you guys call yourselves hard gainers, but I tend to find that the guys that are hard gainers are simply not eating enough food. Now, mind you, the formula that I'm going to offer you is going to support you in gaining weight. If you're looking to build lean muscle mass, which requires a far more scientific approach and takes a longer time to do, then disregard everything I'm about to tell you. But if you're looking to add mass, you just want to get bigger, then what you're going to want to do is eat enough calories, and the specific amount would be your body weight, your current body weight, times 20. This is how I would train and advise the kids that come to my gym and they want to gain weight. You know, a lot of times their parents come and they're like, oh yeah, Johnny eats so much food, I don't know why he can't gain weight. Well, just because Johnny ate an entire pizza last night doesn't mean the entire day went by or the week went by and he had his fill of calories necessary for gaining weight. When you put them on this calculated amount of calories, 20 times your body weight, now you're looking at a freaking number and you've got to fulfill that number every week. Or every day, I'm sorry. Then you take that number and about 60% of that number has got to be carbohydrates. There's something magical, I think they call it insulin-like growth factor, right? That's associated with eating high amounts of carbohydrates, mainly, like I often talk about, brown rice. The magic of brown rice, I mean, you'll just gain mass eating tons of brown rice. But anyway, and then the remainder of that 40% should be what I call eyes foods, which is basically your meats and proteins, anything that came from something that had eyes, right? So eggs came from chickens, has eyes. Steak came from cows, had eyes. So if you're wondering like if this protein is going to support me in my gaining of mass, gaining of size, then just ask yourself, did it come from something with eyes? Okay, so that's it. That's your meal plan. I guarantee you, you look at that on paper and then pile it on your plate, you're gonna realize, oh shit, I have not been eating enough food. That's number one. Number two, your weight training program has to be high volume, high frequency, just like a typical bodybuilding routine. So you're gonna wanna train each body part, right? You know I'm not a fan of body part training, but I offer you guys solutions based on your question. Train each body part twice a week. So you maybe have like a split, you know, a day one, day two, off day, day one, day two. You know, and day one would be something like upper body and day two would be something like lower body. High volume means you're doing 4 or 5 sets of like 8 to 12 reps with each one. You need to, and the rest intervals need to be pretty short also, 30 to 60 seconds. And that's a standard template for gaining mass. The specifics, which I know everybody, you know, you guys are really interested in having the exact deal, you know, the specifics associated with like what exercise and what angle. But really, if you've got the foundation principles down, if you understand the context, all the content really is kind of secondary. Understand how to design programs for yourselves. Understand what the parameters, what type of response the parameters are going to afford your body. What kind of hormonal responses are associated with high volume versus high intensity training. If you want to gain mass, I'm telling you right now, high volume, high frequency, and a shitload of food, 20 times your body weight. Peace. Yo, Elliot.